In this video, I'll break down ActiveCampaign versus Klaviyo to help you decide which email marketing platform is right for your e-commerce business. I'm Jason, growth specialist at Wildmail, where we help make ActiveCampaign even better for Europe-based businesses. Let's dive in. So first, just a quick note. It's no secret that we are one of the biggest resellers of ActiveCampaign here at Wildmail. We mention that in every one of our videos. In this video, our goal is to help you make an educated decision as to which platform is going to help you overcome the current challenges you're facing and achieve the goals that you have set for your e-commerce business. So with that said, let's dive right in. And one of the biggest things to note is that the features that Klaviyo typically uses to position itself as being different or better for e-commerce, etc., they can all be accomplished with ActiveCampaign. So I do think they've done an excellent job with their positioning as being the email marketing platform for e-commerce. But the reality is, the core features that you'll find with Klaviyo, you'll be able to do with ActiveCampaign. So we can go over just the main dashboards of each. And you'll see in Klaviyo, this is often highlighted as one of the benefits of using Klaviyo. You'll get to see things like conversions. Typically, you'll be able to see revenue here as well for the performances of your campaigns and your flows. You can see things like your different metrics here and the live activity feed. So you've got an e-commerce specific dashboard here for Klaviyo, and it may not be as obvious, but you actually do have the same for ActiveCampaign. So this is the main dashboard that you'll see when you just start out with ActiveCampaign. But as soon as you've integrated with one of the deep data e-commerce integrations with Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, you'll get access to the e-commerce dashboard here. And you'll get the data for each stage of the customer journey. So awareness, how many visits to your store; intent, how many people added products to their cart; how many people actually purchased; and then how many people repeated a purchase. Below here, you'll get your percentages and then actually be able to compare them to the industry averages, which is helpful from ActiveCampaign. And then just like with Klaviyo for your flows and your campaigns, you'll be able to see the performance of your campaigns and your automations. Okay, and all of that data will show here. Now, another thing to note is that in Klaviyo, when you go to your audience and go to their profile, I can go to mine just as an example. You can see their metrics here for e-commerce, the different channels that you have their consent from, and their recent activity, and then you can filter using this drop down here. And again, this is another point that typically when someone's mentioning Klaviyo versus another platform, they'll say that you'll be able to see all of this data specific to the e-commerce engagement, directly in the contacts account. And again, you can actually do that in ActiveCampaign as well. So here is my demo profile inside ActiveCampaign. You'll see all of the data that we've collected from this person, their recent activities in a live stream feed here. Tags, automations, and then there'll be this e-commerce specific block for whatever store you have integrated. You'll see all e-commerce activity, completed purchases, abandoned purchases, and then just to give you an idea of what it looks like so you can compare it to the contact information you'll see here, you'll be able to see total revenue, total orders, how many products they've purchased, the order numbers, total dates that they completed the purchases, or the status if they're abandoned or completed. You can connect multiple stores to ActiveCampaign, so you'll understand which store this was completed in or abandoned in. And then if you click this button over here to see the products, it'll actually take you into their order. You'll see the individual products, how many they ordered of each, and the total of the order as well. So you're really able to get a full picture of their behavior from your e-commerce store inside ActiveCampaign as well, and then use that data to segment and personalize in your email marketing. So we'll go over some of that in just a second. First, I want to highlight the drag and drop editors. Both platforms have drag and drop editors with A and B testing for their campaigns. So here is one of the templates that I grabbed in Klaviyo. Drag and drop. You'll see the blocks over here to the left. Pretty intuitive. And they do have a number of templates that you can select specific to ecom. And then if I go into the builder here inside ActiveCampaign, they also have a number of templates, both basic and then beautifully designed like this for e-commerce. And again, it's easy to click, drag, move the different blocks around, grab in images, add them wherever you would like, and both very intuitive, both pretty simple to understand and adjust. And then in ActiveCampaign, you'll not only be able to split test your email campaigns, so your one-off marketing campaigns, but you'll also be able to split test your automations. So if I go here and go to conditions and workflow, I can do an even split or a conditional split, and you'll see that we're actually able to split test our automations and run people down our flows, and then select when the above conditions are met, all new contacts will be sent down to the specific path, to path B. So we're actually able to use split testing, not just in our one-off email campaigns, but in our automations. Now, both platforms have pretty decent segmentation capabilities and personalization options for email marketing. So dynamic content allows you to show specific content depending on how a contact has engaged with your shop or engaged with your other marketing communications. And then segmentation, if I go into Klaviyo, for example, and I go to audience, list, and segments, they have some that they set up for you automatically when you start. And then you can search by specific tags, search by specific types. And here's how you would create a segment based on their behavior, based on specific properties, etc., and based on tags as well. And then in ActiveCampaign with the advanced search, you have access to all of these different data points that you can segment by. So for example, has opened, has made a purchase, has abandoned cart, has recovered abandoned cart, has used discount codes, etc. You can pull in all of the data points that you would segment by from the e-commerce shops, plus everything else in their email marketing engagement, with your email marketing communication, with your website, etc. So that is all possible as well. And finally, integration with popular e-commerce platforms, Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, and WooCommerce. You do get these integrations with both platforms, but we're going to go over integrations in just a second. There's actually many more pre-built or native integrations with ActiveCampaign than with Klaviyo, and Klaviyo kind of restricts the integrations, their focus on integrations only to e-commerce and e-commerce channels. ActiveCampaign will cover the entire customer journey, where your contacts are engaging with your socials, with any other platforms that you might be using. You'll be able to see that when I go over the biggest differences between the two platforms. Then one other final thing to note is that with Klaviyo, of course, you have access to sending transactional emails when someone makes a purchase or updates something in their account. And you do have that available in ActiveCampaign as well. So if I go into the ActiveCampaign automation builder, I can go to sending options. And because they acquired Postmark, we have Postmark integrated directly with ActiveCampaign, and we can send transactional emails, not using an ActiveCampaign additional feature that they kind of threw in, but using a dedicated transactional email platform that ActiveCampaign acquired. And now it's incorporated into the automation builder inside ActiveCampaign. You'll notice here, very easy to use the automation builder. You've got your conditions, you've got your sending options. Send an email is possible here. Sending SMS is possible as well, just like with Klaviyo. And so if I choose this, you can see it's also very easy to drag and drop, add in your steps from over here in the right, or just by clicking the plus. Pretty straightforward as well for Klaviyo. You can select the trigger, list, segment, metric, price drop, date property. And once you click into this, you'll be able to select the list that the trigger will flow, and then other filters, conditions, etc., just like you would with selecting a trigger in ActiveCampaign. You have access to Stripe for triggers. You have access to the e-commerce triggers as well. Makes a purchase, abandons cart, certain websites are visited. So again, the key takeaway from this comparison, this initial comparison, is just that Klaviyo really, like I said, they've done a great job with their marketing and positioning themselves as the email marketing platform for e-commerce. But I wanted to show you that the majority of what's possible and the majority of their features, you can accomplish the same thing with ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign has a dedicated e-commerce dashboard. It has drag and drop editors for your email designs, for your campaigns, and for your automations. And then it has the same integrations with the e-commerce platforms like Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, and WooCommerce, which we'll get into in just a second with the biggest differences between the two platforms. The cons for both platforms, I would say that some users may be overwhelmed by the interfaces or the different features. Both platforms offer pretty advanced features for someone who's coming from like MailChimp or MailerLite. So there may feel like there's a bit of a learning curve. I would say, at least on the ActiveCampaign side, that's easily overcome by jumping on their free live webinars that they offer. They have an entire onboarding journey that's offered for free. So you can do the accelerated onboarding in different time zones, different languages. And then they also have these specific interactive workshops with their team for automation building, campaign building, CRM building. And then, of course, if you go through us at Wildmail and use ActiveCampaign through us, you'll get custom onboarding with us, one-to-one support, leveraging our 5+ years as an agency with ActiveCampaign, to help get the most out of that platform, faster time to value. And so, that learning curve can be overcome with the support offered by the ActiveCampaign team and by the team that we've got here at Wildmail. So what are the biggest differences between these two platforms that might, push someone to choose one versus the other? Well, first, we'll go over the integrations here, starting with number 2. ActiveCampaign has over 870 pre-built integrations, including with Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, and BigCommerce. So just to compare the two, here is their full list of integrations. And you'll see it's more than some of the other platforms we've gone over, but it doesn't quite compare to what's available on ActiveCampaign. And it's very focused, it's very restricted to e-commerce only, not the other areas of the customer journey that someone who eventually becomes a customer, for your shop may engage with your business on, so social, etc. So I'll go into ActiveCampaign's app section, and I won't, I'm not going to go through each individual app that's included, but if you scroll down, you'll see it's much more than what's included for Klaviyo. And these are all, pre-built or native integrations that are already set up. So that's going to allow you to easily integrate and pass data between ActiveCampaign and your other platforms, and pull in data from all of your different channels, not just SMS and email. Again, those are features included natively with Klaviyo and with ActiveCampaign. You can send SMS, you can send emails on both platforms, but ActiveCampaign is going to help you integrate with all the other platforms that are in your tech stack, and help pull in customer data from those. And then the sales CRM is the major difference between the two. So if you are an e-commerce business, if you're a wholesaler and you're selling B2B, and you have a sales team, or really any e-commerce store that has a sales team, the sales CRM inside ActiveCampaign is going to allow you to create and easily manage your deals in a pipeline like this. It's also drag and drop. You can create new stages easily and add deals easily as well. And actually, all of this can be automated. So where Klaviyo's flows feature really focuses on email marketing automation, in ActiveCampaign, you can automate internal activities as well. So notifying team members, adding tasks, everything that is necessary for managing deals in this pipeline. I can show you in my test deal here. This is a deal. So it's when someone takes a certain engagement with your business, and it separates them as a qualified lead now. So they get a deal added into the pipeline. It has a specific value. You can always click right back in and go to their full profile and see their activity there. But you can also see deal specific activity. And you've got notes easily added here at the bottom. You can automate that as well, adding notes to deals. You can automate adding tasks for follow-up, etc. So if you have a sales team involved at all in your process, it's definitely going to help you to have this pipeline to organize everything and then use the marketing automation inside ActiveCampaign to help relieve that sales team so they can focus on building the relationships and ultimately selling more and providing a better experience for your customers. Support is going to be able to see these profiles. Sales is going to be able to see this, and marketing. So all of your departments are going to be able to have the barriers that are typically set up between them and their siloed roles, their different softwares. All of that is going to be united inside ActiveCampaign so that they can together provide a better customer experience with tighter feedback loops between the different teams. So that is one of the pros of ActiveCampaign. And one of the major differences, there's not a sales CRM feature with Klaviyo. So just to wrap this up, who should choose Klaviyo? I would say businesses that need an email marketing solution for e-com, and they really want to just narrow it down and focus only on like activity in the store and store channels. So they want to focus on SMS and email and just stick to that. They don't need to integrate with too many other platforms. It's very, very narrow. That's what Klaviyo has gotten good at, or at least what they've marketed themselves as. Even though the majority of what you can accomplish in Klaviyo, you can pull off with ActiveCampaign, and then beyond that realm of just e-commerce, just the shop. With ActiveCampaign, you need advanced marketing automation and segmentation for e-com and for the entire customer journey across all channels. You may take a look at ActiveCampaign. Klaviyo does have a free plan, but with all of their plans, you'll notice that they actually restrict your monthly email sends. Okay, so this is kind of one final difference between the two platforms that I didn't have on the list here, but you'll have restricted email sends per plan. Here's their free plan, but you only get 500 monthly sends, and their support is going to cut off after 60 days. ActiveCampaign does not limit the amount of emails you can send. Their pricing structure is done by number of contacts. You can see they actually restrict plans by contacts and restrict monthly email sends here in Klaviyo. ActiveCampaign is only going to do it by the number of contacts. So that's definitely something to consider between the two platforms. And ActiveCampaign does have a free 14-day trial. So you can jump in, test out all of the features, see if it's a good fit for you before making a decision. Now, wholesalers and any e-commerce business with a sales team may take a look at ActiveCampaign due to the pipeline feature and the sales automation. So you can automate, again, deals, tasks on those deals, help automate deal distribution via round robin to your sales team. So help free them up to do more of what they do best, which is building those relationships with your potential customers and making sure that the relationships don't fall through the cracks. You can provide a better experience for your potential customers, your existing customers, and then businesses that need to integrate with a wide range of third-party tools and services outside of the e-com bubble. So yes, if you want all of your e-commerce integrations checked off and you have some additional platforms in your tech stack that you need to integrate with pre-built integrations, you may look at ActiveCampaign for that. And then again, value shorter learning curves and faster time to value with ActiveCampaign's accelerated onboarding, their interactive workshops, and then all of the support you would get through us at Wildmail with localized support. We're based in Europe. Again, custom onboarding. We've got the consulting packages where we'll jump on calls for free with you to help you get the most out of this platform. So if you are, if you value that faster time to value getting set up faster and producing results faster with one of the two platforms, I can at least speak for ActiveCampaign and for Wildmail. And that is another benefit that you may decide to look at ActiveCampaign instead of Klaviyo for your email marketing needs for your e-commerce store. So If you have any questions about ActiveCampaign or about whether or not it might be a good fit for your business, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you out.